All right. So happy Monday, everybody. I hope you guys had a good weekend. Um, and were able to be productive. Did anybody do any open houses this weekend or show any property this weekend? No?
Open house, open house, open house.
Open house. All right, Shelly. How was it? Was it good?
Um, it was okay.
Okay. It was
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, I got a good lead that's not ready yet, but that wants to attend our next workshop. So
Oh, wonderful.
to
Okay.
nurture. But
So,
I mean, yeah, yeah, it was fine.
okay. Good
I
deal. You got to nurture.
expected more, but I mean, it is what it is.
Right. Right. Sometimes it's like that, right? Sometimes you get less people than you expected, but you got a good nurture, so that's good.
Yeah.
It was definitely not a waste, right?
No, actually, it was really good.
Good. Excellent. Excellent. All right. Anybody else have any activity over the weekend?
I'm just studying to my license.
You're studying to renew your license, Doris?
Yes.
Gotcha. So you had to buckle down then.
Oh my gosh, I didn't remember there was so much. There's 13 segments and hours long, so I'm down to the last three.
Good for you. Keep going. Good girl. I know it's tough, but you got to muscle it out.
Yes.
All right. Well, good. Good deal. Let's see. We are going to go ahead and get started. Just remember, and I'm in here at KW, you guys, and at the Mega Leadership event. And one of the things that they started talking with us about is, of course, TCPA compliance, because the market centers are getting hit with lawsuits. And so they're just telling us to, again, make all of our agents aware that, again, make sure your lists are scrubbed, you guys. Make sure your lists are scrubbed. Make sure that you're not calling people that are on the do not call list, because you really could get, your hands slapped. And we've been talking about this, and I just don't want that to be any of us in our market center, right? So make sure that your list, whatever call, if you're using a cold call list, if you're not, you don't have to worry about this. But if you are using a cold call list, make sure that it is scrubbed. Doris, you had a question?
Yes. What about people that initially there was not a do not call and they gave you their number at an open house and then you keep following up and all of a sudden the do not call pops up? I've been ignoring it thinking that doesn't apply to me because you and I met at an open house and you gave me your number willingly. But
And that's the truth. If they gave you their number willingly, then it does not apply.
oh, good.
Now, yeah. Now, if they ask you to be taken off your list, then you have to honor that. But
Yes.
if you're following up with them because they gave you their number at an open house, then that does not apply.
Great. Thanks.
Yeah. Anytime you have permission to call someone, then you have permission. And now, Doris, be sure of this. Be sure you keep a snapshot of the list that they signed in on. Because if they came back and said, I'm on the do not call list and I don't know, she's been calling me, blah, 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 you have to be able to show proof. Remember, in a court of law, it's all about what you can prove. They can prove that they're on the do not call list just by the virtue of the fact that there's a national list, right? National registry.
Right.
You got to be
Right.
able to prove that they willingly gave you their number.
Okay.
Okay. So you do have to keep your open house logs, or at least a snapshot of that log.
Okay. Makes sense.
Okay, good deal. Good question. Thank you so much for that. That was a good one. All right. So, all righty, let's move on. And unfortunately, I do want to start our session together. I know that most of you got the email on Friday. And we lost a dear friend in our office. We found out last week. We lost a very dear friend of ours. Ralph Robles has passed away. He was an agent with us for many, many years. And just if you knew Ralph, just a wonderful, wonderful guy. Always willing to help, always, using new technology and coming up with new ideas. He had this billboard that he used to walk around with that lit up. It's just he just was always good for those really creative ideas and thinking out of the box. But Ralph was in our office. He was a staple almost every day. So those of us who are in the office a lot knew Ralph. And to
What's
say
the
he will be
deal?
missed is
You look
it's an
pretty.
understatement. To say he will be missed is an understatement. So
Brandy,
yes,
can I please interject?
Sure.
We are in the farmers markets, and Ralph would come in our farmers market with a big billboard on his body, and he walked around and he was all over it. And the thing about it is, he got business from that.
absolutely.
So we remember Ralph, and Louis was commenting on this, and we're sorry to see him go because he was a lovely man.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that, Marlena. I couldn't hear you, Louis.
Louis, Brandy said she couldn't hear you, baby. Oh, girl, you're not going to recognize Louis. He's shaving. Go ahead, Lou.
Oh, okay.
Brandy, I told him where to go.
Oh, you told him about the farmer's market?
Yeah, I told different farmers markets.
Oh, that's wonderful. So you got
But
him
he was
started there
there.
at the farmer's market. Okay.
Yeah, he was there, girl, and nobody ever saw anything like it. I mean, he walked around with a billboard front and back on his body. He was very creative.
He was very creative and wasn't afraid to do things like that and think outside the box, right? So that is it's just, again, to say that he will be missed is just an understatement. I know that a lot of our agents who are in the office and know Ralph Ralph has advised us. He has championed 72 Soul for us in our office.
Wow.
So he's definitely going to be missed. And I just wanted to spend a minute talking about him because he has such an impact on us and on our office. So please pray. If you're a praying person, please pray for his family. This was sudden, not expected. They don't quite know the exact cause of death. So I can't give out any details on that, but they are believing that it's possibly like a cardiac event, heart attack of some sort or something like that. So just keep his family in prayer and keep our office in prayer, because a lot of us are hurting. So thank you guys for giving me that moment. And thank you for your comments. All righty, let's go ahead. We'll keep going. All right, so let's talk about the Los Angeles County trends. All right, let's hop into that. All right, so for sale properties that are active on the market, we have seen an uptick 14.4% over last month. And then overall for sale properties have increased 30.7% over last year. So that's great, you guys. In LA County, we are seeing some significant increase in for sale inventory over last year. And we're saying we have such a big inventory shortage. However, in LA County, we are seeing more inventory come on our market than last year to the tune of 30.7%. So that's excellent. All right, that's excellent for our area. And it's going to show itself in later when you talk about appreciation rates and things like that, because we're seeing slower appreciation in LA County than other counties. So definitely some opportunity if you've got buyers in LA County, definitely some opportunity here. I'm sure in some areas it is greater than others, right? Because obviously areas that are more in demand are going to have less inventory, right? So just keep that in mind. Sold inventory is properties that have closed escrow is down 27.3% over last month. And then down 33.3% over last year in May, only the first 5 days. Now, remember, this is the first through the fourth, these trends. So over the last, over last year in May, we're only talking about 5 days. All righty. All right. And then a 1.9% increase overall. So again, we're still seeing positive growth or positive trends in all of our 3 major categories for sales, sold, and then pending properties that are in escrow. Now, compared to last month, it actually went down 19.7% and then 34.6% down over last year, same 5 days in May. And then, however, it is up still 1.7% over last year overall. So again, we're seeing positive trending in all 3 of our major categories in LA County, which is great. Now, new listing inventory, we pay close attention to, right? Because we need to see how that's trending over last year. And as you can see, it is up 13.8%. And that is new listing inventory. So new properties coming on the market, since January 1 until now, we're up 13.8%. However, we were down over last month, 22.5% compared to last month. We were down 22.5%. So we'll have to, and that's only the first 5 days. So we will keep trending and seeing how that's going to look as we get closer into the month. Now, here's the thing. I think we talked about this last week. Our industry, right? Real estate is cyclical. So what time of year do we normally see more listings and more sales? What time of year? You guys come off mute and talk to me.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
What time of year do we normally see more listings come on the market and more sales?
Summer.
Thank you, Lane. Thank you, Shelley.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
summertime.
Spring and summer. Absolutely. So we are deep into spring right now, right? We are deep into spring right now, heading into our summer months. And so the reality is that we are going to see more sales happening now, more new listings coming on the market now, than we have in the beginning, the first 2 quarters, right? So we really have to start putting in, we should have been doing this before, but we really now have to start talking to more people because we are going to see listings come on the market and you want to be that listing agent. The only way you're going to be that listing agent is if you have a relationship with folks. Okay. So you want to see yourself as a part of this uptick in new listing inventory, you got to be talking to people. Have to have a relationship with them. All right, let's look at the price trends. Average days on market, 3.6% increase over last month. We were at 28 days on market. We're at 29 days on market now. Overall, we were at 40 days on market last year. We're at 33 days on market. Now, don't let these numbers fool you because like I've said before, you guys, the reality is that in the good neighborhoods and the areas that are more in demand, and when I say good neighborhoods, all I mean is they're in demand, right? They're more in demand than other neighborhoods. They're going to have days on market is going to be more compressed. It's going to be 7 days. It's going to be 10 days. So you really have to know that because your buyers can miss out if you're expecting 33 days on market, right? Properties are going like that. So don't be fooled by this. This is an average, and you guys know LA County is huge, right? All right, sold versus original list price. We are 24% increase over last month. Now, keep in mind, this is only first 5 days. So what this is telling us right here is that they're last month in April, they were getting 100% of list price. Right now in May, we're getting 124% of list price. That is probably because this is a very small number of properties that have closed in this first week of May. Okay, makes sense? Now let's look at the overall number. The overall number is just an increase of 3.1% over last year because we were at 96% of list price last year. Sellers are getting 96% of list price. Now they are getting 99% of list price. So they are doing very well. Sellers in LA County are doing very well in terms of getting close to 100% of what they're asking for. All righty. Absorption rates, we were at 1.6 months of inventory. We are now at 2.5 months of inventory. Again, a 55.3% increase over last month, but again, it's very early in the month to be able to tell how it's going to end up. Overall, though, we are 25.4% increase. We were at 2 months of inventory. We are now at 22.5 months of inventory. So again, LA County still doing fairly well as compared to Orange County, especially. And then the other counties, I think, are pretty much in line with this as well. So LA County is definitely going up just a smidge, which we needed to. We need to see more inventory. As we get closer to that 4 to 5 months, we get more into that normal market. But right now, the message is that, you guys, we are still in a severely skewed seller's market, right? Shelley, did you have something to add?
Oh, no, sorry.
Okay. Oh,
That
no,
was
no.
accident.
No, honey, you're fine. You're fine. All right, let's go on to Orange County. Orange County for sale properties. We are 15% increase over last month. Properties that are active on the market. And then we are at a 13.4% increase overall. So properties that are for sale on the market in Orange County have actually gone up 13.4%, which is good, right? Because as you guys are going to see, Orange County probably has the more severe inventory shortage than any other county. So it's really good to see that we've got more for sale inventory right now. And hopefully the next one will show us, yes, we got more new listing inventory as well over last year. So let's look at sold. Sold is actually down 28.6% over last month. And down 27.4% over last year in May, first 5 days only. And then we are up 6% overall. So that is great. That sold property is actually up 6%. So we've had 6% more sales than we did last year in Orange County. Pendants are down 28.9% over last month and 31.5% over last year in May, down 31.5%. And then an increase, however, of 5.1%. So again, in Orange County, all of our major trend lines are actually in the green, which is great because we want to see more for sale, more solds, more pendants, right, over last year, which means our market is going up instead of down, which is actually the projections. And we need to have a great third quarter because remember, in our fourth quarter, typically sales go down, right, in preparation for the holidays. Okay, so we're hoping to see May, June, July, August, September really be strong months for sales. All right, new listing inventory is actually down 46.9% over last month. This is again new listing inventory, new listings coming on the market. Down 46.9% over last month, down 40.2% over last year in May. But remember, keep in mind, we're only talking about the first 5 days because we are up overall 10.1% over last year, same time frame, right? So new listing inventory is still running strong over last year, all right, to the tune of 10.1%. So that is great. We're seeing some new life in the market. All right, average active price is down 1.2% over last year and is up 9.7% over last month. I'm sorry, when I said last year's last month, down 1.2% over last month. And then 9.7% increase over last year, same time frame in May. And then a 9.7% increase overall. So in Orange County, we are actually seeing sellers are asking on average 9.7% higher prices than they did last year, which again, if you've been following Orange County, they have gotten into the 30% last year. So the fact that they're at 9.7 is actually doing much better. They're much more reasonable this year, okay? Probably because there's higher interest rates that are hedging sellers and making sure that hedging sellers overly aggressive pricing because they know that, you know, buyers are being very careful because they are buying at such a high interest rate, right? So average sold price. So this is what they're receiving. They were asking for 9.7% higher, than last year. Here's what they're receiving. They're receiving 0.8%, 0.8, not 1%, 0.8% less over last month. Okay, as compared to last month, 19.3% higher than they did last year in May, same 5 days in May, and 15.6% higher than last year. So they're asking 9.7% higher. They're receiving 15.6% higher. Okay, so sellers in Orange County are happy because they are getting more than they did last year to the tune of 15.6% at this point. All right, so let's look at absorption rates. I believe this is a big reason why they're getting 15.6% higher than last year, because there is no inventory out here. If you look at this right now, they are at 1.4 months of inventory, right? At this time in the month, which is 57.5% higher than last month. Last month, we were at 0.9, not even 1 month of inventory supply. Now we're at almost a month and a half, right? Overall, we are 7.2% up from last year. We were at 1.4 months of inventory. We're currently at 1.5 months of inventory. All righty, so Orange County definitely is suffering from a severe inventory shortage. So what does that mean to you guys? When you have a buyer in Orange County, you have to have a sense of urgency. Norma, did you want to say something?
No, I'm sorry, but talking about the inventory in Orange County,
Yeah.
if we're gonna put an offer, it has to be a very strong offer in order to get it accepted because of lack of inventory.
Absolutely, Norma. Very good point. It has to be a very good offer. It has to have good terms and conditions, right? You have to be aggressive with your buyers, getting them in and being first to make your offer, because you might not make it through the weekend, right? Because with this type of time frame, with this type of inventory shortage, right? So keep that in mind. Thank you, Norma, for that. And then look at the average days on market, you guys. The average days on market has gone down 23.1% over last month. So we are at 20 days on market currently. Overall, we're at 26 days on market, which is a 31.6% decrease over last year. We were at 38 days on market last year. We're at 26 now. Keep in mind, though, again, like I mentioned, don't let that fool you. With this type of inventory shortage, 26 days on market, more than likely that's for Orange County that is way out, or maybe even more luxury. But your sweet spot of probably 800, 700, if there is such a thing in Orange County, 700 to 800 to 900 are probably flying off the shelves. Okay, they're probably flying off the shelves. So be careful with that, because more than likely you won't make it through the weekend. You've got to get your buyers out there quickly. And then, like Norma said, you've got to have a strong, aggressive offer. And if you need help with that, let us know. We can absolutely help you with showing you the tips and tricks on how to write up a strong offer and make sure that you are more aggressive with the terms that you control. Okay. All right. Sold versus original list price is up 2%. Over last month. So sellers were getting 99% of their list price. Now they are getting 101% of their list price in Orange County. Now, again, that's only the first 5 days of the month. Overall, again, just like in LA County, we're up 31 or 3.1%. They were getting 96% of list price. Now they are getting 99% of list price. So sellers in Orange County, again, are very happy. Their properties are flying off the market, and they're getting close to 100% of their list price. More than likely, most of them are receiving more than 100% of their list price. And then some are receiving a little bit less. All right, let's go into Riverside County. All right, so for sale properties is up 7.3% over last month. 34.9% over last year in May, same 5 days, and overall 34.9% increase over last year. So that's for sale properties are strong in Riverside County, which is great. If you've got clients who are moving out that way, which a lot of them are, Riverside, San Bernardino County, COVID just revealed that everybody doesn't have to come into the office every day. So we are seeing more folks migrate that way. And we are seeing more inventory, so that's a good thing. Sold properties are down 30.2% over last month, down 31.1% over last year, same time frame in May, and then up 0.6% over last year overall. Okay, so as you can see here, all of our major indicators, our trend lines are pushing up, which is great. We want to see upward progress in for sale pendants and solds. Pendants are down 5.6% over last month, down 15% over last year, same time frame in May, but they are up 2.8% overall. So again, moving in the right direction for properties going into escrow. Excuse me. Let's look at new listing inventory. New listing inventory is down 30.8% over last month, down 30% over last year, same time frame in May, and then up 12.8% overall. So again, that is definitely a good sign. We're seeing new listing inventory increase by 12.8% over last year. Why is this so important, you guys? These trends going in the right direction, upward, because the predictions will have you believe that we were going to see about 20 to 30% less sales. However, it appears that we're tracking higher than that, because so far in Riverside County, at least, we're up on solds 0.6% so far. For sale inventory is up 34.9%, which, if you know how this all works, right? Our for sale, our new listing inventory, that's going to trickle into our pendants, which is going to trickle into our solds. And hopefully, if we're seeing 34.9% more inventory, we can deduce that we're going to have X amount more sales, right? So from that 34.9% increase in for sale inventory. All right. That makes sense, you guys? I don't want to ramble. I want to make sure you're following me.
Yes.
Thank you, Shelley. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So average active price is down 0.7% over last month, up 4.4% over last year, and up 4.4% overall average active price. So Riverside County is asking 4.4% higher prices than they did last year, which is very reasonable. Remember, the average appreciation is between 4 and 7% year over year. So they're right in the sweet spot of 4.4%, a very reasonable amount for year over year appreciation from Riverside County. I love Riverside County, San Bernardino County, because it seems like they just are more reasonable. Now, they're asking that. Let's see what they're receiving. Average sold price is up 3.7% over last month, and 7.3% decrease over last year in May. However, an 8.9% increase overall. So they're asking 4.4% higher than they did last year. However, they are receiving 8.9% higher than they did last year. Okay, so Riverside County doing very well in their appreciation, to the tune of almost 9% increase in appreciation as compared to last year. Months of inventory, as you guys can see, is a little bit higher than it is in LA County. They were at 1.8 months of inventory last month. We're at 2.7 months of inventory currently, a 49.6% increase. Again, keep in mind, this is only the first 5 days of the month. Now, we are up 36.5% overall. We were at 1.9 months of inventory last year, and we're at 2.6 months of inventory now. I believe LA County was like at 2.5 months of inventory. So we're seeing just a slightly little bit higher number in Riverside County, which actually we expect, but definitely doing better than last year. So that's a good sign moving up in terms of inventory. We want to keep seeing more inventory being added to the market so that we can see our months of inventory go up, and so that we can bring supply and demand into alignment. Okay. But they are saying that that's going to take a couple of years. That's what they are saying. The predictions are that's going to take a couple of years. It's going to take a lot of new development. And it's going to take sellers that have been sitting and waiting to sell their property to go ahead and sell. And more than likely, that is going to be stimulated by a change in the interest rates going back down Not to 3%, because we're not gonna see that, but to a reasonable amount that sellers can swallow that pill, like maybe 5 to 6%. All right, average days on market is down 12.2%, or sorry, is up 12.2%. We were at 41 days on market in Riverside County, and now this month, first 5 days in May, we're at 46 days on market. We're down 6.1% over last year in May, and we're down 15.4% overall. So we were at 52 days on market last year. Currently, we are sitting at 44 days on market. Okay, so keep in mind again that homes that are more desirable, probably priced right and ready to sell in terms of condition, you guys are still going to have to be aggressive, because in Riverside County, properties are moving off the shelves. So don't let that 44 days fool you. Okay, you might have a little more time in Riverside County, but not a lot. Okay, sold versus original list price, no change over last month, 97% of list price. Overall, sellers are seeing a 2.1% increase compared to last year. Last year, they were receiving 95% of list price. Currently, it's 97% of list price. Whereas in Orange County and LA County, we're at 99% list price. So Riverside County just doing a little bit less than that at 97% of list price. But again, they are getting very close to what they are asking. And again, in some areas, they're probably getting 102% of list price. And in some areas, it's 97, 95% of list price. Okay. All right, let's look at San Bernardino County, our last county for the day. For sale inventory is up 14% over last month, 28.2% increase over last year in May, and then a 28.2% increase overall. So again, seeing that for sale inventory is trending upward is great, because we know that's going to trickle into our others. Sold inventory is down 32.3% over last month and 31.4% down over last year in May, and a 0.7 decrease overall sold inventory. So you see San Bernardino County is not tracking as well as our other three counties, as 2 of the 3 indicators are in the red. So properties that have closed escrow slightly down, 0.7%, not even quite 1%. Pendants are down 26.7% over last year. I'm sorry, over last month, down 39.3% over last year. In May, only the first 5 days though. So we've got time to rebound, right? We've got time to rebound on these numbers. And then a 2.2% decrease overall. So pendants, properties that have closed escrow, a slight dip to the tune of 2.2%. All right, new listing inventory has gone down 15.2% over last month, down 19% over last year in May. However, we are still moving in the right direction, because we are up 14.6% overall. So new listing inventory hitting the market has gone up 14.6% over last year. So again, moving in the right direction. That is wonderful. We want to see that continue, right? Average active price is up 1.1% over last month, 1.5% over last year, same time frame in May, and a 1.5% increase overall. So San Bernardino County is even much more reasonable than Riverside County. Sellers are asking only 1.5% higher than they did last year. So let's see what they're receiving. No change over last month. A 10.8% increase over last year, same time frame in May, and a 5.1% increase overall. So very similar to our other, well, actually, no, similar to Riverside County a little bit, and LA County, just that it's reasonable increases. But actually, they're even more reasonable, because I think in Riverside County, it was a 10.6% increase sold versus average sold price has gone up. Whereas here in San Bernardino County, they're asking 1.5% more, but they're receiving 5.1% more. So very reasonable increases in San Bernardino County. And their inventory is up, right? Look at this. We were at 2 months of inventory last month. We're at 3.3 months of inventory currently, a 65.1% increase. Although keep in mind, my battery is low. Why is that? Hang on, guys. Let me make sure I'm plugged in here, and I thought I was. What is going on? Oh, hold on, guys, sorry. Give me a second. All right. Plug back in? I think so. All right. Yeah, light is on. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I thought I was plugged in. I guess it was not. All right. So what was I saying? Okay, months of inventory. We're up. Okay. So overall, it's in San Bernardino County. We're at a 26.5% increase over last year. We were at 2.3 months of inventory. Last year, we're at 2.9 months of inventory currently, which is, again, these numbers have to come together to make sense, right? So when you think about that, that 2.9 months of inventory, which is more inventory than in any of the other counties, right? And look at this, and appreciation is, a little bit lower than in other counties. Well, that's probably because they've got more inventory. So buyers have, if you want to say it, more choices, if you will, more to choose from. So again, appreciation is going to be a little bit lower, right? Because we're not doing it, the demand is not driving those prices up as in Orange County, as in Riverside County even, right? So they have to come together to make sense, and those numbers definitely come together to make sense when you see more inventory, a little bit lesser of appreciation increase or hikes, in the county, because we got a few more choices, got more inventory out there. So that makes sense. All right, average days on market gone down 15% over last month. We were at 40 days on market last month. We're at 34 days on market currently. And then look at this, 17.6% decrease over last year. We are at 51 days on market, currently at 42 days on market. Sold versus original list price, no change in San Bernardino County over last month. We were at 99% of list price last month. We're at 99% of list price currently. And then overall, sellers were getting 96% of list price last year, and currently they're getting 98% of list price, a 2.1% increase. So again, that is really good for sellers, and they are almost getting 100% of their list price. 98% of the list price is a great number. All right, any questions before I just move on? Any questions? We good with that? All righty.
Yes, Brandy.
Thanks, Shelley. I love
You're
it.
welcome.
All right, guys. So let's talk about our classes. And let me just say, this week is Red Day. You guys get excited about this. This week is Red Day. We get to get out in our communities and we get to serve our community. So I'm excited about that. Today, you guys, I'm sorry to say we will not have any group coaching. Like I mentioned, I'm here in Texas. So we will not have any group coaching. However, tomorrow we will have Ignite at Night with Adriana. She is going to be talking about qualifying potential buyers and sellers. We are also going to have scripts and role play, conversations and real play with John Boteo at 9 o'clock in the morning. Again, we should be practicing there, not on our clients. So tune in tomorrow morning on Zoom. And then Thursday, we have Red Day, guys. Today is the last day to get your t-shirt. So please make sure that if you need to order a t-shirt, that you get your order in with me today. It's $25 for the t-shirt, and I need your size. So you can text me, email me, but I need it today. And make sure you put your name if you text me, because unfortunately my phone, all my numbers were erased and I did not back up to the cloud. Please forgive me. So you got to send your name in. If you can Zelle me at my cell phone number, and then I will cut a check to the office. But please do get your Red Day t-shirt. So here's what we're doing. We are partnering with the Women's and Children's Crisis Shelter. And they need donations, you guys. So they need lotion, conditioner, shampoo, loofahs, hand sanitizers, body wash, hand soap, it's women and children's shelters, so they also need diapers, sizes 5, 6, and 7, and wipes. So we're gonna meet at the office at 9 a.m. Now, the other cause or organization, I should say, that we're partnering with, this is Teacher Appreciation Week. And so it's so exciting that we get to partner with Catherine Edwards Middle School. And we are going to go on Thursday, and we're going to host lunch for Catherine Edwards Middle School. It's the largest middle school in the district of Whittier. And we are going to provide them with lunch and some little gift bags. So they like snacks. So bring snacks, you guys, whatever you choose to donate, bring it to the office at 9 a.m. on Thursday, okay? And we are going to put together goodie bags for them, for the teachers, and we're going to put together gift baskets for the women at the Whittier, at the shelter, okay? So I'm excited about this because it's the best day. Now, no, unfortunately, I will not be there this year. I'm going to be out with again my child and husband at her end of year tournament. But I am with you guys in spirit because it is by far one of the days that I love the most is Red Day. So definitely there's some other items that you can also purchase. And this is going to post, we're going to send this out in an email, and we're going to post this to the hub, and we're going to send it out to in text message. All right. But you can start bringing your donations in now. Snack bags or anything like trail mix, chips, granola bars, anything that you guys know that like a teacher would like to snack on, anything you like to snack on, you can bring it in, and we're going to put them in the gift bags. All righty. Shelly, do you have a question, hon?
Yeah, I'm a little confused. I thought we were just doing the teacher thing. We're doing both?
Yep, we're doing both.
Oh, okay.
Yep, because
So-
we can't, all of us can't go to the teacher thing, to the Teacher's Day.
Uh-huh.
And again, we're using a restaurant vendor to actually do the lunch. So there's not much for us to do. That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. So half of us are going to one place and then half the other?
Yep, and then we're meeting back for lunch at our place.
Got you. Okay.
So we are going to do morning. We're gonna have a little continental breakfast that's sponsored by Sage with my NHD. And then Jorge is gonna be sponsoring our lunch so that after we're done, we meet back at Keller Williams and we're gonna do lunch there, and that's gonna be at between 12:30 and 1. All righty, any other questions?
Yes, I have one. Where can I find, I was just thinking of running over to Costco to maybe get some things. I'm used to just showing up and we're cleaning up areas because I was last in Oakland. But I'm happy to donate. I just want to make sure I get the right sizes. Is it okay if I get something in bulk over at Costco and show up with that?
Yes, and what do you mean by for snacks, or you mean clothing, or what?
Oh, donations for the women's shelter?
Absolutely. These donations here on the screen, the lotion, the shampoo, and all that, you know, I get it. If you go to Costco, they give them to you in bigger containers.
Right.
But if you buy a few of them, then yeah, they'll be donated to the women's shelter. And they didn't give us like size requirements or anything like that, but anything that you buy, Doris, will be fine.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
It will be fine. All right, any other questions? Great question. Now the snacks, try to buy the snacks in individual packs because we are going to be putting those in a snack bag, you know, like a lunch bag.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. All right, any other questions about Red Day, you guys? Get excited, make sure you participate. This is a great day. You do not want to miss it. It feels good to give. It feels good to give. If you've ever participated in Red Day, you know that you come out feeling like just wonderful because you've impacted other folks' lives. And it makes a difference. So this is the way that we make a difference in our community. All right. We got our tech workshop on Wednesday with Martha. Make sure that you tune in. Martha, you guys, she is doing a wonderful job of training our agents, empowering them with the technology. Make sure that you're participating. Nobody has an excuse not to know command and not to know how to use these tools that are at your disposal. And she does a wonderful job. So make sure that you're on top of that. Dial for Dollars at 5 o'clock on Thursday with Victor and Ramon. They both do it. I think this week is Ramon, and it's at 5 o'clock. And then we have our wonderful Coffee with a Capper with Diana Carbajal on Friday. And I'm sorry, on Thursday, after our beautiful day with Red Day, we do have Ignite again, and that's with John Boteo. So that's going to be on Thursday night at 6 to 8. So do not miss out. Ignite again, 6 to 8. And he's going to be talking about winning with buyers. And then I wanted you to put on your calendars 2 events. Jorge Mesa is actually going to be May 24th. So put that on your calendar, May 24th. It is a Friday. It's the following Friday, not the 17th. At 12, and he's going to be doing a lunch and learn on pre-foreclosure. So how we're talking about getting listings, this is a prime opportunity for getting listings and going after a segment of sellers or a segment of potential sellers. And these folks will more than likely need to sell within the next 90 days. Okay. So
that's the 24th?
The 24th. Yes.
Okay.
And then we have another event in May 16th. All right. May 16th. And I think this is mine.
You know what? I'm sorry. You said the 24th, but the flyer said the 17th.
Yep. That's why I'm saying the 20th. It's the 24th. It's not the 17th.
Got it.
Okay. We had him originally scheduled for that day. And we had to make some changes because Rich was able to get a guest speaker for us. And I want to show you guys this if I can. Hold on a second.
Well, that works for me because the week before that it was originally scheduled, I won't be here. So yay.
Oh, okay. Well, yay, you get to see it now. I love it. We do have Wally. Sounds funny to me. Wally, who is one of Wally is one of Rich's friends, and he is a MAPS coach. So if you guys know anything about MAPS, they are the cream of the crop in terms of coaching and training. They coach and train the top agents in our Keller Williams industry or world, I should say. He is going to be teaching us the mastering the art of persuasion. So crafting irresistible sales presentation. So this, you guys, is a KW exclusive for us. He's going to be at our market center and at Huntington Beach. We're first. We get him first. He's going to be there with us from 11 to 1 on the 16th. So mark your calendars, 11 to 1 on the 16th, the mastering the art of persuasion. Right now, it is all about us being able to, as he put, craft an irresistible sales presentation, one that makes our buyers want to pay us and makes the sellers want to pay the buyer's agent and us, right? As a listing agent. So we want to be those folks who know how to persuade people to make the best decisions for themselves and use us, choose us, right? So, and then last but not least, we have, and you guys all know this, coming up, if you haven't heard, now you're going to hear, we have Bold coming up. So the first step of Bold, June 13th, all of you guys, I want you to register. First step of Bold, June 13th. It is going to be in Whittier. We are partnering with the Whittier Market Center. It's actually a conglomerate, a bunch of us all coming together in our region. And so it's going to be off the chain, you guys. I'm super excited about this. It's gonna be 7 weeks, intense training, bold, high accountability. If you want to see your business increase, then you want to attend bold. All right. Any questions before we go for the day? Any questions? Are you guys excited about Red Day this week? We've got Red Day coming up. Get excited about
Woo
it.
woo.
Yes. I'm so excited. I'm excited for you. Even though I won't be there, I'm excited for you because I know it's going to have such a big impact. So, all right, guys, you guys have a blessed week. Hold each other up and help each other out. And we will see you guys next week. Let me know if you have any questions. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye, Brandy. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you,
Bye,
guys.
Brandy.
Thank you, Brandy. Have a good day.
Awesome. Thank you, Norma.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.